Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 11 of my crash landing series. And today, I want to work on getting a bunch of different machines made because, well, firstly, there are some quests that involve turning them in. Uh, you have to make them. And secondly, some of the machines are things that I'm going to want to use. But before I get to doing that, I'm going to need a bit more iron than I have for making the machine frames because they require... ooh, I'm sweating. Because they require not only the electrum but also the invar, and I am down to a whopping 4 invar. I have 27 iron left. And that's just not going to cut it. So I'm going to need to fix that. I'm going to need a good bit more iron. Now I could start digging a bunch of sand or dust rather, and running it through the sieve over here. As you can see, this is completely empty, and the autonomous activator also. Wow. Oh no, let me out. I hate that. The autonomous activator is also empty. Uh, I had considered upgrading to make a what's it called, a tool forge, and as a matter of fact, I am going to go ahead and do that. But I'm not going to use it for making the excavator to dig the dust. Instead, I'm going to be going after gravel, but let's go ahead and get this tool forge made. It requires seared bricks, and this is where a lot of my iron went, but it's still something I'm going to be using, at least I hope. So let's just go ahead and get that made. I'm going to need iron anyway, so there it is. It's made. I can use it to repair all my things, and now I can use it for making the um, the lumber axe, the excavator, and the hammer, as well as a couple other things like the sickle or scythe or whatever it's called, and some other larger items. But I'm not going to focus on those just yet. You can see that I have made a bunch of ex nihilo hammers. And the reason for that is I want to turn a bunch of cobblestone into some gravel. And I'm going to probably have that set up in the basement. But before I do that, I'm going to need just a little bit of obsidian. And one of you guys was... I forgot who, I'm sorry. I don't remember the screen name or whatever. One of you pointed out that there's a lot easier ways than manually digging the obsidian, and that is simply putting lava inside a stone barrel and dumping water on it. So there we go. I have an obsidian. Now the obsidian by itself isn't going to solve my needs. I am going to need, for right now, 9 stacks of this. Oh, am I shift clicking? Yes, I am. There we go. That's better. I have set up 2 autonomous activator recipes here. Made a couple machine frames. And between episodes, I did get busy and make a whole bunch of these logic expansion cards, as well as some other parts that I've got set aside for building some of the machines, but I need a bunch more invar. Now, there it is. The obsidian, along with a hopper and an ender pearl, which I have several from the city, will get me a vacuum hopper, which is going to make things a lot simpler here. Now let's go ahead and clear this out. I don't need these anymore. That experiment has failed. So let's just go ahead and offload this. I will need, well, I can just leave that there. I'll need to put this here and have the output be that side. Yep. And it will automatically eject to that. I need that autonomous activator there. Oh, that didn't work. Get the crescent hammer. Is that good? That's good. And then go ahead and fill this in with some cobblestone. And fill this in with some hammers and set that to left click. And it will automatically place from there and slurp in the gravel. Now I could make some better hammers, but for right now, I'm just going to let this run and do its thing. I will eventually get enough gravel to run through this autonomous activator. And the reason why I want to switch to gravel is because, for one thing, the dust wasn't giving me any of the platinum ore dust, or the pulverized platinum ore. And also, using the gravel, I'll be able to get emeralds and diamonds. And I'm going to need some emeralds, I think, in the near future. So, instead of going after the dust, I'm just going to go after the gravel, what's it called? The broken, is that what comes from gravel? Yeah, that's what comes from gravel, and then that turns into crushed, and then that turns into pulverized. All right. And I'll just have I guess maybe another autonomous activator set up afterwards to turn the broken stuff, once I assemble it, into the crushed blocks, and then the crushed into the pulverized. I'll figure something out with that. But for right now, I want to go after some gravel. So I'm going to let that run. Let's see here. Another thing that I had going. Let's see here. Did I already take care of that, and that? Okay. I wanted to get... well, at first I wanted to get one of the harvester and planter farms going so I could start working on getting some wood and some leaves a little bit faster. But I want to get power generation. That's what it is. I want to get that going a little bit. So let me figure out exactly how I want to get at least the starter power generation going, and after I get that figured out, then maybe I will go ahead and set that up first. I should have enough parts to be able to make at least a couple machines. Let's see here. Yeah, I should be able to. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and sleep off the night and cut here and then figure out what's going on. Then I will be right back. Alright, I think I figured out how I want this to work. I have disassembled this little farm here and moved the dirt over to here because I don't want the harvester and everything interacting with anything nearby, just in case. I don't know if it will reach those, but just in case, they're going to stay apart from each other. I am going to need a planter, and real quick, let me go ahead and make this as well. I need to make a machine frame, so I can do this. Put these here like so, and get a redstone furnace. I need a harvester. And I've gone ahead and made an additional tin upgrade. And, oops, and I will need a furnace generator. Is it getting nighttime? No, okay. Alright, so what I need to do first is put the planter here. And for right now, I'm just going to have it working on, actually this needs to go down one. This is going to be working on just trees. I need power coming to it. And the power will come over to here, like so. And then I need item ducts. Now let's see here. That's going to have just saplings in it, so let me go ahead and fill this in with some cobblestone, because I don't want it to have nothing to plant. So I'll go with that. Need to get a couple saplings. I didn't come fully prepared. I have the general idea of what I want. I may need to craft a few things first, though. Let's get some saplings in here. Let's see here. I'll need to put, actually, let me grab that. I'll need some pneumatic servos, which are here. And this will be asking for saplings only. Whitelist that. Consume stack off. Go ahead and put the tin upgrade in. So that works, I think. What are these other settings? Use OR dictionary, ignore NBT, use metadata. Okay. Now, let's see here. For the planter, or rather for the harvester, I want it to go like that. That's wrong. And then this guy gets an upgrade. Shear leaves no. Shear shrooms no. Alright. That looks good. Put the dirt back. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, I can't automatically eject from the harvester, so let's go ahead and grab a chest. It's getting close to nighttime. Let's make a couple chests. Just in case. Get a couple barrels. Like this. Actually, let me sleep off the night. Okay. So I have some lag. That's what I have. Wow. Alright. I need to put a chest here. And then I need an item duct. I need to switch that to that. Place that there. Ignore redstone. And then this will feed down to here. First it will tell the saplings to go that way. Oh, I'm sweating. Let's fix that. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there. Oops. I need to... Oh, I know what I need to do. Need to set that to... No, it's ignoring the redstone signal. It should be pulling from that. Why is it not? There we go, blacklist, okay. So then this should jump up to either 64 or 26. I'll check on that in a moment. Alright, now I need to set down some power here. No, not there. And set the output to be that side. And the rest, it doesn't really matter. There we go. Went to there. Now I need... Let's fill this in. Now I need to set up... I think the redstone or the furnace generator will automatically output. Let's go ahead and test that. Okay. So it sent power. Oh my! Okay, good. It sent power. Everything's working there. Now, unhook that. Actually, no. So let's see here. Now I need to set up the redstone furnace, which that is not automatically setting up power. So let's see here. Okay, now that's getting power. Now I want this to... Okay, I'm sweating because I'm next to the generator. That's fine. Hello. I want this to be... logs only. So whitelist that. Don't think I need to do that there. So these should... Okay, they migrated over. Excellent. And then this is automatically outputting to here. Yes. Okay, good. And then it's just a matter of a couple... Let's do that. A couple barrels. And then I'll just add some more barrels later for apples and whatnot. Okay, saplings are going in there. This should be full. No, it's not. Why is it not? Oh, right. Send it there last. That way the saplings go over there first. Try this again. Apples, and then any additional logs will need to go over there. I can make a barrel for logs. And I also need to make one for leaves because I do eventually want to chop down leaves. That's kind of loud. Okay, so that's staying fullish. That's filling up. I need one more chest for charcoal overflow. That way I have a place to put the charcoal. Maybe I'll go with the barrel later, but that's filling up with power. Everything seems to be working. That's good. That doesn't need to be dirt, and this doesn't need to be dirt. Alright, so looks like everything seems... That's really loud. Everything seems to be working. I think I have some spare logs in here. And I already made that into charcoal. So I'm going to let this run, see if there are any kinks, make a couple more barrels, and see how everything works out. But so far, it seems to be working just fine. So I'm going to tie things up and be right back. Alright, I'm back and everything over here seems to be working just fine. Obviously there's some items that are sticking out that don't get scooped up, but that's alright. There is one thing I wanted to do real quick, and that is to make a muffler so I don't have to hear all the trees, and that's a note block surrounded by some wool, like so. And if I just come over here and set it down maybe on top of this, does not seem to be working. Maybe I need a couple of them. But I've switched this over to a barrel so I can just run over and punch and grab some charcoal. I am getting an overflow of saplings and logs. This is keeping up just fine and producing plenty of charcoal there. This setup is using more power than I'm generating, but that's fine because I just wanted to get this set up so I could get a back stock of charcoal and logs. Also, I wanted to run this a little while on the leaf shearing mode so I could get some more water. And I have completely filled the chest in here. It's been running for a little while, but I should have no issue with water from here on out. Let's put that in there. Go ahead and put that in there because I don't need it. I am thinking of modifying this slightly to have it run in sequence so that it starts with crushed and then the vacuum hopper another vacuum hopper will slurp up the output from the crushed, and then that'll slurp up the output from the broken and then crushed. I always get those mixed up. Broken, crushed, and then finally it'll slurp up the pulverized. That way I can just toss the broken in here and the gravel in there. Then the sand will get activated, and then the the dust will. So all I have to do is just gather up the dust at the far end. Or maybe just pipe it into this. That could work too. I might hold off on... Well, let's see here. No, I've got plenty of ender pearls. At least I think I should. I have lots of diamonds and several emeralds, so that's working out nicely. I did go ahead and add a second autonomous activator on the sieve up here so that it will work twice as fast, and it works even faster if I just stand here and mash at it. So I'm not going to run out of materials anytime soon, but I do want to go ahead and at least complete a quest before I wrap up. It is getting close to the time to wrap up. So I have set up, is it this one? No. This one, the fruit picker, which is some shears, reception coil, invar axe, machine frame, all that. I did also go ahead and change everything over to machine frames, gather the materials I needed for that. So I've got a fruit picker, which I'm probably never going to use. And that means that this quest is done. Oh, I could have just waited to turn this into make a barrel. Oh well. So I've got that. Let's see what that opens up. I need a rancher, chronotyper, and a breeder. So that means I'm going to need more machine frames anyway. But that's right. What does that give me? Drum, fluid duct, and some more raw plastic. Okay, well, I have a lot still ahead of me in this challenge as far as I can see. And hopefully I'll be able to do this in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know what all is going to be involved in this fourth chapter. It says creating life, so I have to presume it has to do with getting sheep and pigs and whatever. I did let this stand as grass long enough that if any friendly mobs were going to spawn, they would have. So I have to assume that the dust planet biome that this is in does not allow the spawning of friendly mobs other than squid. So there has to be some way to get cows and sheep and chickens and whatnot. Well, obviously there is a way to get chickens. I have eggs. I have tons of eggs. But I'm going to deal with that when I get to it. But as far as this episode is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go, so thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.